Welcome friends in Science Lecture 5, Lesson 15, Improvement in Food Resources. Now, last lecture we have uh, understood about the crop production management, and this crop production management we started with the topic of nutrients. From nutrients we are going to continue with manure also. So, management includes production with manure. So, manure is a prime requirement, and manure is prepared by decomposition of animal excreta and plant waste. So, manure helps in that we know it. We have been learning before also about the manure, that is a natural product by the decomposition of plants and animals, and especially from the excreta, it has been enrichedly the soil can be enriched. So, manure helps in enriching soil with nutrients and organic matter. This is a very important thing. Organic matter. Organic matter is nothing but a living substance material that is obtained. That is an animal excreta and plant waste. That is nutrients and organic matter, and increasing the soil fertility. So the soil fertility can be increased by these two things, by supplying nutrients and organic matter. These are the basic raw materials which is required by plants. That is, animal food is obtained from plants, but the basic plant raw material can be easily obtained. Plant can grow by itself also from getting nutrients from the soil. Likewise also, but this is going to help them to grow very fast, energy booster and all. So in sandy soil, we understand it is only gravel particles which are having we are not which is having the least amount of organic matter. But due to putting some organic matter increases, it increases water holding capacity. Or elsewise, if you take some amount of water and put inside the sandy soil, you will find that the water is going to drip down. You can try it in desertic areas, and you can see that the water is holding capacity is very less. By putting organic manure, it can increase. While in opposite form, clay soil is having a very high amount of water holding capacity, but rather I would say it would is not going to allow any kind of water to pass away with. So by putting organic matter, it helps in draining, because over water holding capacity is not going to be helpful. So it is going to not allow the plants to grow very well. So we require to drain the water out, because we require certain amount of water only to grow. We can't have an ample amount of water, otherwise it is not going to be fruitful. So it helps in draining, that is drainage, and is avoiding water logging. So water logging, as I told you, is avoided. Fine. In both the cases, that is an over sandy soil, it increases the water holding capacity, while increases the water holding capacity and allows the drainage formation. Now, organic manure is advantageous in protecting our environment from excessive use of fertilizers. Fertilizers, as I told you, is synthetic product, an artificial product, where organic manure is natural. So it is quite advantageous compared to protecting our environment in by avoiding the use of fertilizer. Yes, manure can be classified as an compost and vermiform compost. So manure can be classified as, in the first section, as compost and vermiform compost manure. Now, first of all, process for we will start with compost manure. How the compost manures are processed and prepared. So, process in which farm waste is on the crop field. The whatever the waste material that we are obtaining is called as an farm waste material. That is shoots of the shoots and branches and leaves and whatever is remaining of the plants. Like livestock excreta. Livestock means cow dung, etc. That is, cow and animal dung, etc. is called as an livestock. Vegetable waste, animal refuse, domestic waste, sewage waste, straw, eradicated weeds, etc. is decomposed in pit, is known as an composting. The manure this way obtained is called as an composting manure. So, or compost manure. So this is the process, that is all the organic matter which are being put inside the earth pit, and water is being put inside and kept for 3 months to 6 months, and it decomposes, and this is how we can obtain it. So this process is called as in composting. This compost is rich in organic matter and nutrients. Right? Compost is also prepared by using earthworms in process of decomposition of plants and animal refuse. This is called as an vermiform compost. So we understood two things, that's as in compost and vermiform compost. Right? So compost is also can also be prepared with the help of an earthworm. This particular organism, earthworm, is preparing this particular compost material. So by the same way, these on plants and everything is also decomposed in the same manner, but by animal, that is organic matter is decomposed by insects, and these pests are known as an earthworms. These earthworms are helpful and mix lot of nitrogen and phosphorus nutrients inside, and this particular formation of an manure is called as an vermiform compost. Fine. So we learned with compost and vermiform compost. Going furthermore, the next topic is green manure. So what is a green manure and how to obtain it? So prior to the actual sowing to the crops, seeds, some plants like sun hemp, this is important, this particular plants are contributing in green manure, are sun hemp or guar, etc. are grown and then mulched by plowing them into the soil and allowed to decompose for 3 months. That means these particular plants which have been mulched, that has been cut down and put inside the soil, are rich with nitrogen. Fine. So these plants thus turn into green manure, which helps in soil and enriching the soil with nitrogen and phosphorus. As I told you that this is very helpful for nitrogen specially because this contains root nodules with certain blue-green bacteria, right? Rhizobium bacteria. This is called as the rhizobiums, and these are very helpful plants. So we don't allow it to grow, but we mulch them, that is cut down and put inside the soil once they are having roots, and they are rich with nitrogen in their shoot also and leaves also. So we allow it for 3 months not to grow any plants on it except mulching and allowing for this to decompose. So this particular type of manure is very rich with nitrogen and phosphorus. So we sacrifice certain months, but in option for that we are having a very rich nutritious soil which will be helpful in growing the other types of plants for several months, and this is going to we are going to have a very good quality of manure, and it will be having a very fine cropping system developed, and healthy plants will grow. Fine. So these are the 3 types of manure that we learn. One is a compost manure, vermiform compost, and green manure. Fine. So we'll keep up till this in this particular lecture. Thank you.